Welcome back to my channel. It's been a very long time. I think I was like 20 weeks pregnant when I talked to you guys, and now my baby, who's right here, I'm trying to get him to sleep, is 3 months old, a little over 3 months old. And I'm gonna do a birth story and compare my C-sections because he's my second C-section. And yeah, so I'm just gonna do a birth story and go on with that. Also, I can go over the last trimester with him, super easy, but that can be a different video if you guys want me to do that. But I got lucky, my last trimester was pretty easy. But we will start the day he's born, October 18th. Little Willie, he came. We'll start with that day. That day at 5 in the morning, I had to go to the hospital. My husband and I, our C-section was at 8. So we checked in, we did all the like pre-op stuff. I must say, you guys need to find yourself, if you know that you're getting a C-section, you need to find yourself an amazing doctor that knows what he's doing. Try to get recommendations. I got this recommendation from my doctor. I got him from my cousin who had a C-section with him. So I trusted her because my old doctor who delivered Liv retired. But I don't want to throw shade at my other doctor. I'm just thinking maybe his practice of doing C-sections were old school, maybe? Because my new doctor that I have is pretty young. I think he's in his 40s. I don't really know. We went in, we did our pre-op, and then I had him. They did the spinal block, which I don't understand. My spinal blocks never hurt when they are inserted and things like that. Even the numbing doesn't hurt. Maybe just because my adrenaline's so high when I'm in the OR. So you go in the OR, I walk in, they prep you. I had my mask on. The nurse took my mask off and was like, you don't need this. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I thought I was gonna hyperventilate. Obviously, I was really nervous. Before I went into the OR, I did this with Liv. I had the nervous shits. Yes, gross. But I like, every time something happens, I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom before. I'm so glad I went and not like, was like, maybe I don't. I'm glad I went. So anyways, I went to the bathroom. We walked to the OR and then did the spinal block. Perfectly fine. You guys, I was nervous as hell because when I had Liv, I was real drugged up. So I talked to the anesthesiologist. I said, hey, you know, last time I was so drugged up, I was throwing up. I couldn't hold the baby for like 6 hours. I was really drugged up with Liv. I had a traumatic experience now that I look back at it with Liv. This time was totally different, but don't get me wrong, I was drugged up. The spinal, I don't know if it's the, what's called it, methadone, what's it? That starts with an M, oh my gosh. It's a painkiller, I don't remember what it's called. Anyways, so I got all numb and it feels like a big weighted blanket's on you, but also you feel so like drunk and drugged. So I just sat there, I said, I'm gonna close my eyes, wake me up when the baby comes. She's like, yeah, no problem, because like I meditate too, like especially in stressful situations, I have to meditate or my panic sets in. So I keep my heart calm and I keep my breathing calm. And you're numb from the like ribs down, so you know, you feel a lot of tugging. Baby came out within a minute, not even. So they called it a gentle C-section, so he didn't take out any of anything. They just cut into the uterus. They take out the sac, right? I don't know. But they don't take out any organs. I think the first time I must have had organs taken out because I was in extreme pain recovering with Liv. This time, totally different. I bonded with him. I would say an hour after I had the surgery, I was still kind of drugged up, but the nurse was like squeezing my boobs to get colostrum because she didn't want his sugar to go down. So the nurse was doing that, and then like I kind of came to, and I was nauseous, but I'm always nauseous, so I can't attribute that to the medication, but it probably was. The anesthesiologist, I just had the spinal block. I told her, and I had strep B, so I had to take, I had to take antibiotics, but I have certain antibiotics that I know that don't make me sick, so I did the antibiotic. And then I kind of came to, I breastfed him, and instantly I had that bond with him. And I hate comparing births, but it took me a while to have a bond with Liv, and I don't know if it's because her C-section, I couldn't even get up. I had to shower with the chair for weeks. This time, obviously I was sore the first couple days, But I was up and walking and not showering with the chair the second day. So, I mean, I don't know if it's my muscle memory, my C-section, or what it was, but it really helped to have a gentle C-section, and a doctor knows what he's doing. He wasn't very hard on my body, and I just kind of meditated through the whole C-section, and basically that was his birth. Like, it was super easy, super simple. Recovery, yeah, I was sore. I didn't bleed a lot. I bled so much with Liv vaginally. I had clots coming out with him, like a normal period. So that doctor did an amazing job. If you guys live in San Diego and want to know my doctor's name, go ahead and message me. I just think it's a little, I don't want to like broadcast it out there if I don't have to. But if you do live in San Diego and want to know my doctor's name, just message me. He's an OB. I think he specializes in delivering babies, so I wouldn't really go to him if you just like want a regular OB. But if you're having a C-section or even a vaginal birth, I know people who had vaginal births with him, and it was amazing. So really short and sweet, but I had a great birth experience with him, and I'm like, do I want another one? Because that one was so easy. But Liv's, I was just terrified the day of, because with Liv's C-section, I was, like I said, I was so drugged up and I was throwing up, and the recovery was just terrible, and it was hard for me to bond, and I didn't breastfeed her. 3 months in, I'm still breastfeeding him, which I thought I wasn't going to, just because I know how hard breastfeeding is. Don't get me wrong, there was times with him that I was like, nope, we're doing formula, like I can't do this. But then I just stuck it out, and it was really easy. I have to show you his precious face right now. He is asleep. Gorgeous guy. I mean, the most gorgeous baby you've ever seen. But I want to document my experience with him the best I can, just because I don't want like doom and gloom over C-sections, because this time it was so much easier. But this is 3 months out. Maybe if you would have asked me like the day after, I've been like, oh my gosh. But I didn't have to take any narcotics. I didn't have to take Oxy. I didn't have to take any of that. With Liv, I did, because I was in so much pain. I must say though, the day after and like a couple days after, what hurt worst was the spinal bruising. So spinal didn't hurt going in because they numbed it, but days after, my back hurt the most, more than the scar. So I took 800 milligrams of Advil, and that was it. I had a super easy birth. But if you guys have any questions, I can only keep these videos, YouTube like suppressed my videos to only 10 minutes. So it's about 8 minutes right now, and I'm not gonna really edit anything out, but that is my birth story, and I hope you guys liked it. Super sweet, super simple, breastfed right away. He did lose a pound in the hospital. Super frustrating, because I needed formula to supplement for the first couple days, and they wouldn't give me formula, so I was gonna have Chuck go to the CVS or Rite Aid to get formula, and they finally they were like, oh, okay. He still lost a pound, which is fine because babies lose weight, but I was stressed out because I knew he was hungry, he was crying. But that's the only negative about his birth experience. I wish that mamas knew to supplement right away, but I mean, you don't have to. Some babies are okay. Liv was okay because I did breastfeed her for like maybe a month. And she was okay, she didn't lose weight, so you never know. Anyways, I'm gonna go, it's almost 10 minutes, but if you guys want a part 2 of like totally comparing the C-sections, I'll do that. But let me know, comment down below, and I will see you guys later. Me and Willie are signing out. Bye guys.